at the end of April, and today happens to be the last day of April. So thank you so much for keeping to your word. I'm the permanent secretary. My name. Me, I am director. I'm the chief director and director of the ministry and parastatals that are part of the ministry, as well as engineers from the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works are doing the key supervisory function here at the National Sports Stadium on a day-to-day basis as they work with our contractors. I will then ask the directors of the ministry and the directors of the parastatals to introduce themselves, and then I will ask the engineers to introduce themselves.
Good morning, honorable members of Parliament. My name is Dr.
My name is Dr. Marine Good morning, Chairperson of the Committee. Good morning, honorable members. My name is General Kadeva, Director in the
Good morning, honorable. My name is Bambe. I'm the Deputy Director for Reports and Information.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair, and good morning, honorable members. My name is Kumindo Zakatiwa, and I'm the Director of ICT in the Ministry of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. I am Cynthia Mawema, Director of Strategic Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, Ministry of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture.
I am the director of the parastatals.
Good morning, honorable Chair. Good morning, honorable. My name is Peter.
Mangwanani Pamsoroi, Honoremekedzwa ndinoitwa Napoleon Nyani, to National Arts Council of Zimbabwe.
Mangwanani Chair, Mangwanani members of Parliament, Mangwanani Sandra Chibuba, Director National Gallery of Zimbabwe.
May I ask the engineers to introduce themselves?
My name is Chief from Ministry of Public Research.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Engineer Maruma, Chief Mechanical Engineer.
My name is Guanani T. I'm the public works executive on the ground. Thank you, honorable Chair. So thank you, the rest are our support staff.
Or you don't want them to introduce themselves?
Otherwise,
Thank you very much, PS. Let me actually also acknowledge members of the State, fourth Estate who are here with us, our reporters. I can see it's full house. The interest out there is quite huge. The honorable members, PS, the purpose of us having this meeting here is for us to make a follow-up on the progress at the National Sports Stadium. You know the interest out there. You know how is the National Sports Stadium put the name of our president into disrepute in terms of football being played out of the country for a long time. And we came here last time and we were given targets that by end of this month, and we made sure that maybe it's by coincidence that today, the last day of the month of April, we are here to see the progress which has taken place. And it was very clear from the ministry that the facility would be ready for use by end of April, which I believe we have reached that milestone, and with one or two touch-ups which needs to be done for the asset to be handed over to the users who are the football players. That is the purpose of this meeting. So us as a committee, we are going to hand over the meeting to you so that you take us through because you are hosting us, our meeting at your facility. But I will hand over everything to you so that you'll be able now to take us through the facility so that our people will see where exactly we are, that we are very serious with progress, and the president is actually walking the talk, and the minister to a greater extent is hands-on. I know I've been talking to him, and we are expecting to see something which is going to excite the entire Zimbabwean people. I thank you. Over to you, PS.
Thank you, Chair and members of Parliament. Our major focus will be to take you through the critical components on the refurbishment of the nation's system. And with the guidance from the ministry, from the minister, our focus has been in two legs. Firstly, we are renovating the National Sports Stadium to ensure that we open the stadium for local football, so that our teams can play here, and we bring life again to the National Sports Stadium. Secondarily, and relieve the pressure which is currently at Rofaro Stadium, that's taking so many games per week. That's the first task that the minister has given us. Secondly, is to ensure that the stadium is homologated. That means it passes the requirements of CAF and FIFA, and thereby allow the national teams, whether at club level or the Warriors, to then play the game here at the National Sports Stadium. So what have we done, which we are going to take you through the most critical components, honorable members of Parliament. Number one, it's that the stadium needed to refurbish and change the way how people are going to be entering the stadium, and this is through turnstiles which were put in the various gates. I think last time when you came, we're still demolishing, I think, gate number 8 and 9, which demolition now is completely done. And the gates that have been completed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So all these have been completed, have turnstiles, have been tested. The turnstiles now work. So when we finish, we'll end up at the VOC where the turnstiles are actually being operated from. So that's the first milestone that we have done. We have not completed all the gates. One of the gates is going to be user-friendly to people living with disabilities. So people are coming with wheelchairs. There is now a gate that is designated for that. The second component, members of Parliament, is the ablution facilities in this place. They were condemned and they were demolished and reconstructed from the ground. So all our toilets here needed to be demolished first because the system was outdated and CAF had said they don't want to see it. So we'll take you to the toilets, and I think the level of our toilets as we go in, you will see almost completed toilets. But what happened, members of Parliament, is that the contractor had to first demolish all of them. So the whole process was to demolish, and then second to come and repurpose them, tiling, then putting seats, putting urinaries, and now they are partitioning. And the partitioning had to be imported and is now in the stadium, and now they are moving throughout the stadium to partition. We'll then move to the changing rooms. Changing rooms are also one of the most critical components, and these had to be brought down because they were not meeting the requirements by CAF. So we are reconstructing completely. You will see when you get there that there is a change from what you saw in the beginning and where we are now. Again, the material of partitioning was the one that was delivered, I think, here 2 days ago. So we now have all the material that is needed for the changing rooms. So we'll take you through to the changing rooms. From there, the third major component being the pitch. I think last time when you came,
there was no pitch to talk about. So we are happy. You will go and see the pitch. You will see the irrigation that is there, which also...
Sorry, PS.
Yes.
It was my humble suggestion that some of these discussions we can have them as we go in the interest of time, so that we don't repeat again. Because I know honorable members are going to ask you. So when you get to the pitch, we can now explain to us. No, when you came here last time and what, because we're not just going to walk. Because remember, we also be making some explanation to what is happening. I think maybe we can start making the talk in the direction which you have given us, and also maybe give us, maybe we are going to discuss in the boardroom the new targets as to when you are preparing to hand over the facility to for the local use. Because I think with the number of gates which you have said, our funds can be directed there, it can be used. Now, while you are working on other, I think that is what the Zimbabweans are expecting to hear about this facility. Maybe if we can start now, if we can take us around, if we can take us through the map which you have given us. As we'll be walking around, the honorable members will be asking questions. Please, let's make this very clear that it is the meeting for Parliament. So we don't want anyone who is now going to come into this meeting and start asking questions before you are given time to do that. As we'll be going around, it's only honorable members who are allowed to ask you questions. Please. Yeah, we don't want anyone to intrude this meeting. It's Parliament. We need to take it seriously. Only honorable members will be asking questions. So honorable members, as we'll be going around, allow me to welcome Professor Benza, who has just joined us, who is also a member of this committee. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, you can take us through.
Let me hand over to Director Sports Development at SRC, who is part of our team task force that is on the ground, Mr. Garikai, who will go through bay number 4. Bay number 4, that will...
Oh, okay. Yes. Are we starting from the 10 cells or gate number 4, and then 10 cells we see them from that side?
Yes, we can have a look at the 10 cells now, and then we'll operationalize them from the top.
Yes. VOC.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, especially those ones which are ready for use. Remember those ones which are activated.
Yes, but would need to be in the DOC, and then we'll send someone across here who will do everything, the walk-in, the walk-out, and we'll be looking at it from the screen.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, please, I think let's start so that...
So thank you. So we are going to go to Bay 4, to the toilets up there, and we'll go up the stairs. Yeah. Yes. Comedy. So, what our toilets for the secretary is going to look like. What is left now here is just the partitioning, and then we are good to go. So the changeover happened from using my system tanks. What was happening is when someone goes into the toilet, people had to queue outside, wait for the water to fill up in the system tank. So now they're putting flash masters here. So to be quicker, there's a quicker turnaround. So someone who's in the toilet, when they leave, someone else can actually get in there and use the facility. New tiling, new system. This is where we are at the moment. Yes, and the lighting and the electricals are yet to be done. These are still yet to be done. It is work in progress. We can have a look at another one. Well, okay.
So are you going to partition here?
Yes, the partitions, the partitioning boards actually they arrived yesterday, so they are now all here, and all of our toilets now have been fitted with seats and urinals like this. So it's just the partitioning, and the contractor has actually got his men on the ground at the moment. Hopefully, we'll get him to increase the manpower so that we can move faster. For completion. If all the resources are in place, we should be able to finish the partitioning of all the toilets within the next maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks.
Time frame for completion? Every 4 weeks is the contract.
And on average, how many toilets do you have?
32 days, 64. Sorry, say what's your name so that we record. My name is Jonathan Masara. Contractor from Africa.
So Jonathan Masara.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Also, I will live in this open.
Yeah, that was the design. At the moment, there is no the architects are not inside it.
Better, they're not going to disturb the.
Yeah, but I think it's in the long run we should close it because the beds will always mess with it. So in the long run.
Yeah. It is from local government.
That is for ventilation to make circulation. That's why it's now still functioning. But we managed to get a material that we are going to put so that beds cannot enter inside the house. It is going to be done as soon as the beds are done.
So, one commission, we have received the consignment for the partition. Some of it arrived yesterday. The program was logistical. We were able to partition. We took receipt of it yesterday, and coming next week. By end of the week, we might have completed a couple of things.
So we are safely saying that in about 4 weeks.
Yes.
4 weeks, which is end of May.
Yeah, we have the partition. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so the next toilet they've started partitioning there. If we just want to have a quick look as we go down. Very much. Yes, I have a put them up here because I know they were from the top.
Okay.
So also the painting has started on the entire stadium, and you see that for our critical areas, this is the color that we are going with. We have moved from the pink to this color. it is easier for us to maintain nerves and achieve. Yes, that's what the architect was saying. We are going to put something in material that is open, which allows for ventilation to keep on happening, but at the same time, there's not going on the inside.
So far you've done 2 toilets.
No, so far all the toilets,
the
seats are already in place. It is only the partitioning that is left. So the partitioning board actually arrived yesterday, so we should be in a space of starting to move on with it and just partitioning all the toilets. We go to the change room, or yes, someone said they want to sit on the floor. But let's follow the program. Yes, yes. So we are going to the change room. Let's go down. Yes,
the perceptions, it's very important. These kitchens, I think they need to be removed. I think as soon as possible. Well, look, this facility. But if someone walks in, it actually makes people lose confidence. Please, let's move. We can put some blinds. Blinds. We can put blinds. These are
So we're going to have a flow from here, and So, welcome to our home change room. Welcome to our home change room. So, I think last time that you were
Yeah, we allow the honorable members to come in.
And the one, remember, we call it the council. Yeah, it's kind of a day. Thank you.
Yes.
Honorable members, welcome to your home change room. This is the home change room that we are redesigning here. The last time you came, I think we didn't have the cladding on the walls here. So now we've got the cladding, and the lockers, they have been approved already, but they can only be moved in once the whole system of cladding and putting the ceiling on, including the dropping the air from the top is done. We are moving, I think, very fast here. But the new improvement on our home change room is now we're going to have an office for the coach. So the coach will have his office there, he will have his own shower, and they can have their meeting there with the coaching department, and then come in to have a meeting here with the rest of the team. All the sockets are now they are now in, and all the electricals have been done here, except for the airport, which is yet to be dropped off from the ceiling. If we can move on to the showers.
Contractor stakeholder.
So this is our shower area. The last time that we came is, I think if you look back at what this place used to look like, it's totally different now. So the requisite 5 showers are being installed as we speak. They put 4 and 1 will be coming across, and this is required by as the requirements they have. So we are going to be meeting all the standards when it comes to this space. Also on the other end, that's where the sitting trays and the urinals are. And again, on that side, we are still to put up the partition, but everything else is already set. So this is where we are at, in terms of the change room. And our contractor is the same contractor who's working at the top end. Here we
Or if the uraniums and the toilets are already set in there. In there. Yeah, let me ask the members to go and check. Okay. Can you go and check? Can you confirm, honorable member?
Just connections.
But everything is there now.
What we have done is it's a deep break system which is fixed in the wall that we have done, and it's just the minor tiling that needs to be finished when we secure them.
All right. Yes. They already have
but yeah, the one that's fixed.
So you don't see the system where the water comes in. The system where the water comes in is behind the wall. So there's just a button. You just press the button and you flush it. That's the system that we're supposed to take in there.
I want to know the just I know now understand what they're saying. And then where are the parties? I want no, this technology is the major. So I'm with you guys.
After using the shower, you can walk on.
No, you know what? I want to thank you. I want to thank you very much for this initiative. Those coaches usually they come to the stadium and you create a room for them. They can discuss things. They will be very comfortable here. I'm telling you, this is world class. Well done. This is very good. It's a new development. We choose not to be here. I know. They brought the coaches to sit there with the players,
To shower there with the players.
shower there with the players. Just more. They will go there.
So normally, originally our referees were on the other side. So we were told that we needed to bring them into the competition zone, which is this area between the two change rooms. So what we are going to do is we are opening up this space here, and then door coming up here, and the door there. One for the ladies referees, and one for the male referees. And this is the area that they are going to use for their showers and their changing. This is going to be their office. And we're going to put cracks in there so that the journalists that will be walking from behind there will not mix up with the people in the competition area. The area here is going to be closed off, and then a big door is going to be put, and a notice that says referees corner is going to be here. So the next commissioner will use this, the referees will use this as their office, and this as their changing. Between the two changes, the home and away changes is needed by council.
But we don't want the referees near Dynamo.
Yes.
No, here we are now talking of CAF. I know for the local we are good to go. But for CAF now, for the homologation, how much time do you need for this?
So I think maybe
My design.
no, my designs are already.
They are already in place. You mean completion?
Yes.
By end of May?
Is it realistic?
Let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
What's just putting my words in my production center.
Yeah, okay. It's just putting more, but the room is already there.
It is opening up.
And then it's opening up.
In my meetings, that is a
Yes. I saw them. I wanted to ask what this room is already complete. Okay. No, we are happy.
But I think like what the chair is saying is that Chiri, critical now is to phase what we need to do to ensure that the stadium is open for our local.
Yes.
We have to do that earlier so that we are not chasing too many works, even for those that meet CAF. Then we may say, if May is our target, let's ensure we've done those things. Then we then say phase for CAF. We are starting maybe June, going to July. We are now focusing on those other elements so that we are not putting too much pressure on him. Because now we say toilets 3 weeks, then we are saying changing rooms, say 3 weeks, then we say this, we say end of May. We've given him too many things in the same short period of time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. But if you look at some of these things, it can be done at the same time. Yeah, so...
It might be 3 weeks of people weekend will not be
tomorrow.
But there are no changes to the media center.
This one is okay.
Media center.
And when the camera is taking, it shows as if the glasses. Yeah, that's that.
Okay, so honorable members, so this is our pitch. As you can see, it is coming up nicely. We started planting from that end coming down. So from that end, the grass looks way better, and then we ended up in this zone. So this zone here, it's only been down for roughly about a week. You give it 2-3 more weeks, it's going to be as green as ever. What has happened here is we put a sand-based foundation, which means that our drainage is very good. We'll, in a short period of time, just switch on the sprinklers so that you can also see that the groundworks and the sprinklers were done properly. And also that the ground is actually draining. What has happened? This is Kikuyu grass, which is on the ground at the moment. What has happened is we've done overseeding with a cool season grass, which is Kentucky and rye, to make sure that when we get into winter, our grass does not turn or lose color, so that the winter grass actually blooms and then it keeps on looking green all year round for sustainability. This is our grounds, and I think in the next maybe 4 weeks, what is that? If you look at what our terraces ordinarily were like from this end, and then you look at the end where it's been painted on the ground that side there, it actually looks, I think, way better. I think we are moving in the right direction.
There are 2 areas which they actually left last time.
That area.
Or where there's that, yeah. And there's an area for disabled which you also say you're working on.
Okay.
One that side.
Yes. So here we've got our media tribune, which is supposed to be close to our change rooms. So it is up there. So you've got my desk, you've got PowerPoint up there for our journalists. So basically what happens is they are only going to be using their own entrance, and they're not going to mix up with the spectators that are going to be seated on the days next to them. Then for the ambulatory seats for people that are disabled, they're going to be up there, and we've got ramps up there, and that's where we've also got the gates where wheelchairs and people living with disability can use. It is at the top. When you go to the VOC, we'll take you guys. We'll take all members across to that gate. Apologies.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Yes,
we are working on the
Honorable members, can you take note? Anyone with any questions?
Yes, we are working on the football pitch. We are happy, but we are seeing that you seem to be neglecting the track, because it's another important sporting event which this particular National Sports Stadium hosts. So I'm seeing that we are working on the pitch, but there are now some patches on the pitch, on the track.
The track, honorable members, thank you, Prof. It's our phase 2, because it has nothing to do with CAF. And in terms of resources, we have decided that the athletics component of the National Sports Stadium becomes the second phase when we have completed the requirements needed by CAF. We have not tendered out, but we have done our research of what is needed for the timer and the type of track that we are going to do. And we are going to do 2, through you, Chair, both the B arena and the main arena. So both of them will have
I love
a proper...
So I'm on for me to ask you that pressure one. We don't need it. Tap after tap after then walk we go tap on Muchirua ne rental. Go your Busumus go Jam Cup Champions League. That's what we don't swag. This is what we see in Europe. Oh yes. The camera should have been taking from that side. See that hey, this is nice, beautiful. No, this is what excites me. Our reservoir 500,000. That's our income. I hope you told me what my application is. Yes, did you see my response? Honorable Chair. Sit down.
Answering
So what we did with the remaining is we then use the tube to run all over the site.
Okay.
So that there is neat green within all around it. Yeah. Okay.
No, this is
the arena developing at the same pace?
Not at the same pace. Not at the same pace. Because the contractor who is doing part of the work here is already doing some work.
and we had said letting that, because Biarina is a CAF requirement. So we've decided let's pack it, and when CAF visited, then they went and saw some of the stadiums we have in Harare. Then they said when we have finished, they can still consider one of those pitches as a temporary Biarina for the main stadium while we are finishing. Right. Yes. Thank you very much. You know, most of our questions have been actually answered. But my request is before we go to the boardroom, if we can have our interview here, because we don't want to come back here again. Because most of the outstanding things from our last visit, we have seen them. So I think members of the media, yeah, this will be maybe your opportunity to really be asking questions as we are having our interview. We are going to have our own boardroom meeting. From here, we are going to go to the other side. So maybe you can arrange us. You can make an arrangement, and then you can interview the honorable members, and also maybe we can push this side a bit so that we want that background. So want to come in and speak on that side. You can come. I think this on the other side. So that it comes out. So I think let's go there. Because we need this. Our people should see this. This is exactly our own. I'm telling you. Don't bother you.
How is the light?
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Who are you interviewing first?
Yeah, then also you the committee. No, the PS can come.
PS can come first.
Committee members, answer no recorder. We are participating so that you go to interview.
Okay, PS, good morning. Maybe first just give us an appreciation of where we are now. The last time, which was that by end of April. So maybe just give us an appreciation of where we stand.
End of April we are, and we are happy to inform the nation that the developments at the National Sports Stadium, we are now at the level of starting to organize our first match. The target which we were given was we finish end of April and ensure that May we have our first match. And I'm happy to say we are ready for the first match. We may not be at a level where all the facility at the National Sports Stadium is at 100% functionality, but we'll be able to host a match that can accommodate about 20,000 people when we do that in May. You can see the pitch, you see the water reticulation, you can see the sprinklers that are actually working. We've seen the changing rooms. The contractor is confident that in the next 2.5 weeks, the changing rooms will be done. The toilets in the next 3 weeks will be done. And those things are critical to ensure that there is sufficient ablution for public, and also that the changing rooms, we have enough and up to standard for our players, for our teams that will be coming to play. To have a good match on the first match, most likely we're talking with the chair and saying our plan, all things being equal, is to ensure that we have our first match on Africa Day.
Okay. And that is one phase. And the other bigger picture about the Warriors returning home.
The bigger picture is now about complying with CAF. The requirements by CAF are quite numerous. And we've been working all what you are seeing here is towards the homologation of the National Sports Stadium. And as government, we are sure that when all resources are there, we should be able to receive the CAF inspectors maybe around end of June, mid-July. They have already been in the country. They have gone to a number of stadiums. They've been here at the National Sports Stadium. They've given their comments about the pace, about the timelines. But we think by July we should be able now to receive a CAF delegation or inspectors to come and tell us what are the remaining issues that we need to do. But you are aware also that we are expecting maybe any Warriors match in the last quarter of this year, and we think we should be ready by then.
Thank you so much.
Chair.
What's your assessment with Parliament on the progress that is taking place here at the National Sports Stadium?
Thank you very much. Our president is walking the talk. As you can see, we came here. The target of our honorable minister is meeting it, and we are very excited, and we are very happy, and we are very grateful to the government of Zimbabwe with the way things are happening here. This property has not actually been brought to the CAF requirements, but it has been modernized. I think you have seen some of the things in the dressing room. It's pressing the button, and everything is working. You just press the button, you just bring your finger close to the button, and it's flashing. You can actually see it's world class. It's world class. It has been modernized to the level that you cannot imagine. AI is here to this property, to this asset. So we are very grateful, and we are very thankful to our president, the government of Zimbabwe, our hardworking honorable minister, who is making sure that this property is ready. On the 25th of May, we are going to have our match played here, and they are already opening the bids for clubs who want actually to lease this property out. I don't know what they are going to do about those who had already sent their letters requesting to have a contract of lease with the ministry. But we are very happy with the ministry staff. Thank you very much, PS, your team. You are working very hard. But there are certain areas where we need some improvements, just a little bit, especially that area for the reporters. We are very much familiar with this stadium. When it's 3 p.m., when most of our matches start, the sunshine will be hitting that place. Maybe if you can make it a glassed one, if you can put glass there. I don't know how we are going to do it. You have got your designers who are here. They can actually come up with a plan to make sure that it's closed, but also giving access to our reporters to be able to see what is happening and reporting real time. So we are very excited. We are very excited with what we have seen. We are very happy as the honorable members, as the chairperson. The target has been met. You can actually see the background, what is happening. This is what we see 3 p.m. in Europe when the match is about to start. It's like swagger. They just open the water before the match, and you see the adrenaline, how you'll be actually expecting a match. And I'm very happy that it is happening in our own country. We start with the local matches, it's good progress. International matches, we are going to have them in the last quarter of the year, and this ground will be ready to host the national team. We are very happy as Parliament. But we are still going to keep on pushing the ministry, everyone involved, to make sure that we don't relax, we don't sit down, and we fail to meet the target. But by the 25th of May, we are going to have our first local match played here, because all what was required for this stadium to meet the local standards, it has been met, and they have surpassed it. Was 25,000. They are going to have a phased approach whereby 20,000 fans can walk into this stadium today. You have seen the toilets are finished, they are completed, and that's how they are going to open it, and they are going to start using the facility. Very happy, very grateful. For those who are doubting the works which are being done by the Second Republic, here is the evidence. which you are seeing here at this facility. We are very excited. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable.
I was teaching the school, Slipper of National Sports Stadium. By end of April, the National Sports Stadium inenge yapanyisa kutambirwa mitambo izvo zvamukuona mumashure izvamukuona ndepamweni kuona nhandare yedu yaibva yakwana neiro dhuno unowaaa mangwana kutanga kutakurana kutambira bhora rekufamba nosvika katakuzopedza tinokuita kuita kugone national team inenge yakutamba munofanirwa zvinoshamisa vashanda vachikabatana nekuona kuti chizvino zvinoshora miresei zvinozveizvinoizvino zvataona zvataona mazvesi zvataona zvinoitendereza kuti